Hi guys! Today I'm going to do a little bit of an acne treatment on my son, Zach. He hasn't really taken care of his skin too well for a while, so I have a good case study here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check out his skin, tell you what I see, and then tell you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my goofy hat, and let's go. So what I see on Zach's skin is we have a lot of rough texture and caused by congestion, and the color of his skin is very pink, and his secretions are very oily in the center. That's what they call the T-zone, but the oil is not flowing out to the rest of his skin. And so what all this tells me is that we have what's called our acid mantle, and our acid mantle is comprised of our water and our sebum, the sweat and the sebum, the oil. And the water pushes the oil up to the surface of the skin, so which makes our acid mantle. It's supposed to push it up and then coat it evenly across the skin. So when you don't have enough water in the skin, which Zach does not, you don't push the oil up. There's nothing to push that oil up. So it creates little plugs of sebum, which is your congestion. What also tells me that he doesn't have enough water in the skin besides this congestion is that his skin is very pink, looks inflamed. Whenever you see that redness in the skin, another indicator, no water. So we have that bumpy, congested skin, and it's really congested on the outsides where we know there's no oil flow. The oil is stuck, it's clogged, not enough water. So we've got the secretions are not flowing, the oil is not flowing, no water, the color, another indicator, and the texture very bumpy. So, and he's got a lot of dead cell buildup. What that tells me as well is that because the water is not flowing, the enzymes in your skin that allow your skin to slough off that dead cell material are asleep. They need water to slough off, to work. So they're asleep, they're not sloughing off that dead skin material. So now we have dead cells matted to the surface of the skin. So it's kind of like a domino effect. One thing isn't working, then the next thing doesn't work, the next thing doesn't work. Same thing, just like your body. It's everything, one thing doesn't work, then it leads to the next. So we want to restore the functioning, the healthy functioning skin. So what I'm going to do today, seeing all of this, is I need to slough off that dead cell material so that his skin can actually function well. I need to restore the free water levels of the skin to make everything work properly. So if we put water back into the skin, then the water can push the oil up to the surface, and also those desquamating enzymes will start working. So how do we do that? So I'm going to do probably a papaya and pineapple enzyme to help desquamate off the cells, and he needs to be on EFAs. EFAs are going to restore free water levels in the skin. They're also going to do a plethora of other things like repair every cell membrane in the body. They're all kinds of, we need them. We need them for your skin. We need them for the health of your body. Your body doesn't make them. That's why they're called essential fatty acids. So they're also going to thin out that oil flow. So if you thin out that oil flow, then they're not going to be plugged in the skin. We're going to get them on some EFAs. So anyway, we're going to restore some of that water in his skin and exfoliate off and use some peptides in the process. So we're gonna get going. And this is just our gel cleanser, foamy. Whip it up and get in there and cleanse everything up. So with this type of acne as well, with all acne, we really wanted them to change their diet. We want them to stay away from sugars, and we want them to stay away from milk and dairy products because of the IGF-1 hormone, which is going to wreak havoc on our acne-prone skins. We want them to even stay away from protein powders that are whey-based for the same reason. And it's hard when you have your teens because your teens don't want to change their diet, but unfortunately, they have to. At least start to commit. Give them little baby steps. We also want to put them on some sort of a 5A reductase inhibitor. So zinc or sea buckthorn oil, those are good supplements to put your acne clients on to inhibit that testosterone to dihydrotestosterone conversion. Next, I'm going to use a disincrustation fluid. So it's slightly alkaline, and what that does is it's going to soften and swell open the skin just a little bit so that I can do some extractions easily. And we just put that on anywhere we want to soften up the sebum plugs and do some extractions. You can put it on everywhere, even if you're not going to do those extractions, because that will help break up those oils. I'm gonna do a couple extractions. And if they're really dehydrated, nothing's gonna come out. So I don't force it. Get them on their EFAs, get them on the right product, and revisit the extractions later. Alright, so that's all I'm gonna do on him. His skin is super dehydrated, and only the white pustules are coming out. The other ones are not even gonna come out. So we're gonna leave it alone. And he's gonna start his EFAs. And once he does that, those will soften up. Once we get some water in that skin, they'll start popping out very easily. Give it a week or so. So now we're going to exfoliate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a papaya enzyme, papaya and pineapple enzyme. He's a football player, so he'll be out in the sun all week. And we're just going to do very mild, basic enzyme treatment. No acids, nothing that's going to make him sensitive in the sun. I just want to get some of this dead cell material off of his skin so his skin can function a little bit better. And have him on Rejuvenator for his home care to continue that process. And I'll have him on Ultra. Since Rejuvenator has no sun sensitivity issues, it's the perfect product for him. He cannot be using, do you have it in your eye? Mm-hmm. He cannot have any kind of a vitamin A. So now we're doing an enzyme as our exfoliant. All right, so I'm gonna leave this on him for 10 minutes. And with this, I have to occlude it with cling film and a hot towel. So we're back, and we took off the enzyme and exfoliated him. He feels much better. His skin isn't quite as full of dead cell buildup. You can actually see a little bit of clear skin now, where before it was just real matted. So next I'm going to put on some peptides, and first I'm going to use some Peptide Repair, Peptide Acne, and what else am I going to use? Peptide Procol, and I'll tell you why I'm using each one. So I'm going to use Peptide Repair because I always use it with my acne clients. Usually they end up having some hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and Repair is fantastic for the post-inflammatory pigmentation. It's also great for healing up the damaged skin cells when they have this inflammation. I love it. So always use it with my acne clients. So Peptide Repair is one of those, the dark horse, I think, of our peptides, because I think people forget that we have it, and they forget how great it is and all the conditions that we can use it for. Then I have Peptide Procol. Again, he has some scarring, so I'm going to use this to help with the restructuring of the collagen. So Repair is going to help break down some of that scar tissue. This is going to help restructure. We don't want this guy to have any scarring from acne. I want to increase that fibroblast production. Then we have our Peptide Acne, which we all know and love if you've ever used it. It's going to stop those P. acne bacteria from talking to each other. If they can't talk, if they can't communicate with each other, then they can't proliferate. And your body can naturally kill them. I do have Rejuvenator. Let's use some Rejuvenator. This might sting. Sorry. He's growling, so it must sting. It's gonna get pink. Circulation, we like it. I'm gonna let that sit and soak in. Dude. So now I'm gonna put on my mask, the nano mask. The cool thing about the nano mask is that it conducts electricity. And you can use this with your LED light, you can use this with your microcurrent. You can hook your microcurrent up to this and make this an electric mask, which you guys know I love, absolutely love. I'm not gonna make it a microcurrent mask today, but I am going to do LED over this because I want him to have an LED treatment. And I just got some new clips from a microcurrent. I haven't figured them out yet. But I would totally hook this up to microcurrent, clip it, make this an electric mask, give him full face microcurrent, and then put the LED right over the top of this. 2 treatments in one. We know how great that is. We've seen the results. They're amazing. This mask is gold. There's not a better mask out there. So he's gonna get major hydration with this mask, which we said he needed because he's very dehydrated. This is gonna hydrate his skin, and he's gonna get inflammation. Is gonna go down because he's got more hydration. Plus we're going to do a mixed light, combo light from LightStim. This has got your LED lights, blue, so it's gonna help kill that P. acnes bacteria. It also has infrared, 2 different spectrums of infrared. Also has 2 different spectrums of red. So we're gonna give him a nice LED treatment with the mask, and we'll see you at the end. So we're back, and Zach is all done and with his light treatment, and we're gonna check him out and see what his skin looks like. Ooh, it looks good. So as you can see, he's all done for the day. I think what I'm gonna do is add, he's much more hydrated. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of collagen gel, top it off, as a little moisturizer on top of that. I really like the collagen gel for acne clients. And he's done. And I'll see him next week for another treatment until we get everything flowing through. So I'm going to put him on some EFAs. He's going to change his diet a little bit, ease up on the dairy, sugar. I know he has a pretty high sugar diet, but that's really important for these acne clients, these kids. And I know it's hard when they're in school, but has to change. And we'll see what happens next week. But thanks for watching. Bye, guys.